Maraming bago sa barangay ng Ginebra. Kaya ito mga dapat mong malaman sa Bagong Barangay Ginebra sa darating na bagong PBA Season 49. Last conference, ang naging problema ng Ginebra ay spacing and lack of a pure point guard. Last conference, second to the last sila sa threes attempted with only 24.8 per game. Though in terms of percentages, isa sila sa mga top 4 teams in terms of percentages pero low volume naman. And pagdating naman sa assist, bihira lang mangyari to pero third lang sila with assist with 22.2 assists per game. Still, 70% of their shots pa rin naman were assisted. Sakto lang sa standards nila throughout the years. Pero watching them last conference, kulang talaga sila sa point guard play eh. Even though nakukuha nila yung assist numbers nila, yun yung mga tipo na ginawa nila yung correct read or right play. Pero in terms of generating paint touches from a guard, nagagawa ng play after that, dun sila medyo nagkulang. And no semifinals match nga, diba, for them to really play at their best, kinailangan pa nilang i-unvault si LA Tenorio nun. Pero pagdating ngayong off-season, both concerns were covered ngayon. Una, si 𝗧𝗏𝗏. Last conference, he played roughly 32 minutes a night, in which he averaged 11.7 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 1.6 assists per game. Pero ang pinaka-importante talaga ay yung shooting na pin-provide niya for 𝗧𝗏𝗏. On almost 5 attempts per game, he shot 36.8% sa tres. Na for a big man, especially sa height niya na 6'8", and also PBA standards, that's top tier. Mahirap makahanap ng big man who can shoot at that volume na ganun ka taas ang percentage. So even though mamimiss ng Ginebra yung downhill ni C-Stan and yung ability ni C-Stan to create 2 points or 2.5 points kapag kasama yung free throw, going downhill and points closer to the baskets, I feel like yung build-up kasi ng team ng Ginebra, maraming players na kailangan ng spacing for them to thrive. Like, for example, Scottie Thompson, diba, slasher, and then yung pag-slash niya na yun, doon siya nakakapag-create ng plays for his teammates. And you have Jaime Malonzo, an athletic wing, who also needs space for him to drive and make plays. So si Justin Brownlee, pag ilagay mo sa picture, though he can also shoot, pero malaking bagay din for Brownlee to operate in space. So I feel like even though mamimiss ng Ginebra yung ability ni C-Stan to create easy 2 points for them, yung pinaprovide naman ni 𝗧𝗏𝗏 is something that they've missed for years already, mula nung nawala si Caperal. Kasi nung nandun si Caperal before, nung nanalo sila sa pandemic, meron silang variation sa big man. Options nila. They can go either with someone na kayang kumuha ng easy 2 points with Dapat Aguilar sa ilalim, or they can space the floor with Prince Caperal. So I feel like si 𝗧𝗏𝗏 parang Prince Caperal Pro Max version who can also make plays and distribute the ball. So another concern nila yung point guard play. Ngayon, kinuha nila si RJ Abarrientos sa recent PBA draft. Si RJ Abarrientos, alam naman natin, mula nung sa mga liga niya sa Japan, sa Korea, and even sa stint niya sa Gilas, and lately sa Strong Group, and yung isang tune-up game versus a foreign team, kita-kita natin na sobrang composed ni RJ Abarrientos as a guard. Even though undersized, it doesn't really matter as long as talagang nag-excel ka sa point guard skills mo. So si RJ Abarrientos, I feel like is the perfect 𝗧𝗏𝗏 Tenorio replacement or 𝗧𝗏𝗏 Tenorio successor. And maganda rin na meron silang someone na yung pagkagwardya niya defined. Kasi si Scottie, even though he's one of the best playmakers sa team, you can't really call him a natural point guard. He had to learn to play the point guard position. Si Stephen Holt, combo guard, can play the 2, can play the 1, can make plays with the ball, pero hindi mo rin masasabi na purong point guard. Si Maverick 𝗛𝗏𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵, last conference, he was forced to play the point guard position when Scottie went down. Though dun nagsimula yung problems niya sa inconsistencies kasi he's a natural space the floor type of guy sa 2 guard position, combo guard din. And now you have someone like RJ Abarrientos na talagang point guard na 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Tenorio type of player. And I feel like magiging malaking bagay yan for Ginebra, for them to get easy baskets sa transition, opportunities na hindi nila makuha last season, yung mga easy 2 points na mabibigay sa'yo ng purong point guard. So another thing sa darating na PBA conference na to ay si Scottie Thompson, Jaime Malonzo, and Jeremiah Gray are still out. Well, some of them are going to be out for the rest of the conference. Yung iba matatanggalan, yung iba walang timeline. And this conference na to is going to be a chance for the newer guys like Holt, Abarrientos, Go, or even yung bago si Paul Garcia to get runs and get acclimated to the system. Alam naman natin ang triangle offense. It's a complex offense. It's a read and react offense na talagang kailangan mo munang matutunan ng buo for you to act or think within the offense na. So, isa pang bagay, this conference, si Jeremiah Gray, he might play later in the conference. Isa pa tong shooter na pwede nilang idagdag later in the conference to address their spacing problems. He wasn't the best in terms of percentages, pero he can hit up in an instant. Nung rookie season niya with Ginebra, in which he played 44 games, he only shot 31.4% from 3. Pero meron siyang 8 laro in which he shot 3 or more threes. So, pwede natin sabihin na he is a streaky shooter, which isn't a compliment. Pero the fact na you have someone na confident tumira ng 3 points, threat, can make plays with the ball, once he comes back, I feel like you can expect some sort of impact from him, pero don't expect him to be immediately there yet. Kasi ang injury naman, especially ganun ka-gruesome, hindi lang yan physical pati mental. You also have to be there mentally for you to be able to perform at your best. And at best, expect him to be a spot-up shooter muna this conference, pero kung sabihin man natin na available na siya to be a shooter, malaking bagay yan for Ginebra. You have a 6'4" shooter with Jeremiah Gray. Speaking of shooters, ngayon na may RJ and Holt na, si 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵 naman can slide back to his natural position, which is a 2 guard. That can ease his play up. Kasi last conference, ang laking pressure for him to consistently play the point guard position as well as shoot the ball. So ngayon na meron ng point guard, meron na magsiset ng play for him, he can ease up, he can play his natural position. Hopefully, mas maging consistent tong conference ito for him. And lastly, settle our expectations. It is a transitional period para sa Ginebra team na to. Though, I know, walang imposible. Ang sabi nga ng iba, bilog ang bola, as much as I hate to say that phrase. Pero looking at the team right now kasi in the situation, a semis appearance would be an overachievement considering na yung ibang teams nagka-catch up na. Pero considering na ang Ginebra team naman na to, even though before, sila yung basketball team na you'd watch for the basketball. Even though yung ibang Ginebra fans, of course, they enjoy Ginebra because it's Ginebra. Pero on a basketball standpoint, it's interesting to see kung paano magpa-play out yung additions nila 𝗧𝗄𝗏 and 𝗪𝗏, which are, I feel like, a much needed addition for this team kasi naging stagnant sila kasi naging komportable sila last few years sa kung ano yung strengths nila, and I feel like they didn't diversify their skill set within the team. So I feel like tong team na to, feeling ko mas magiging well-oiled machine siya kumpara sa before. So it's exciting kung anong pwede mangyari sa kanila. So yan yung mga dapat mong malaman sa Bagong Barangay Ginebra.